when it got to Crazy Sexy Cool, by that time, like when I was doing the on a TLC tip record, and you just capture, records are you capturing a moment that just happened to you. You recorded an event that just happened to you. That's why they call it a record.
Right.
So we would just, whatever we were doing, we acted it out. We were just at the studio 24/7 recording it, right? So that album came out to be more cohesive as like, okay, you can tell that that's kind of what happened. Somebody had the same person kind of did it all. By the time we got to Crazy Sexy Cool, and the girl sold all those records, and all the madness had happened, then LA and them, when they come in and say, okay, now let us go situate, let us bring in, let us do this,
Right.
And it wasn't until, and I was like weird on that, because they would go say, yo, you start the project because you know what to do, and then we'll come in and fill in the blanks and bring in stuff, right? So, or I would go and say, okay, here's 4 or 5 songs, let me find the other ones that'll fit in from Babyface or from this person or that person, right? By the time we got to Crazy Sexy Cool, it was like LA was trying to make, I think, sure that they didn't fail in that sense. So it was like song, right? But by the time, and then he wasn't going to put Creep out. He shot the video.
We heard he shot 3 videos.
Shot 3 videos, yeah. And then he wasn't going to put it out. And so then he went to Clive and said that. And Clive was like, Clive called me and said, nope, LA's wrong. He's like, and this is the first time I ever heard this thing. He goes, and that Miles Davis horn sound you have in there is going to get you a Grammy. And I was like, what Miles Davis horn sound?
And Creep?
Yeah. I was, see, so I was the same way, but that's funny because that's how he interpreted it. But what I was doing is I had Creep up on my MPC 60 for a week, right? I would come in and sing the song, not save it, and just be like, oh, man, I think it sounds too country. But keep it on the down low. But I'm like, well, but I kept singing it every day. So I was like, you know what? Let me just get Deborah Killens to come do the demo so I can get it out of my head, right? So I wrote the whole song, had her come sing it, and I couldn't find a cymbal crash that I liked. So I just was like, I put this in because, like, Pete Rock and everybody would put the horns on the one.
Right.
So I found that and put it in there and didn't think of it as anything that would be a signature. It was just like, hey, this is the horn hit on the one. But Clive was like, that Miles Davis horn sound is going to get you a Grammy. And I was like, what Miles Davis horn sound?
Miles Davis horn sound.
And it's not even Miles
it's not
Davis.
That, but just
like the sound of it. I know it's not
idea.
his.
That was the closest thing that Clive could identify
could relate
with.
to. I was going to say, even to this day, when Creep is still like maybe the first 20 records that I spin when I do DJ gigs.
Thanks.
And when it comes in, it's almost the effect. And it's weird because like that record used to be Troy. Like, whenever you spin the top of, they reminisce over you, place goes pandemonium. Right. And then, after 15, 20 years, then silence.
It ain't going to save you no more.
Yeah, the generational change. But Creep has never lost its luster.